Imagine sending your son off to school only to get the most horrific call a mother could get. Well, my guests tonight want to talk about a dear son, a nephew, a grandson, an amazing human being whose life was cut short in Buffalo, New York. I'm talking about the case of Mr. Tyler Lewis, a 19-year-old whose life was taken last October of 2022, and there have been no arrests, and we're still awaiting so many answers from the police. If you're watching, I'm asking you to please like, please comment, please share, because we want to make this story main headline in mainstream media and beyond, because Tyler Lewis deserves justice. I'm going to be joined tonight by his mom and his uncle, who are going to tell you more about who Tyler Lewis is or was as a young man, what he wanted to do with his life, and unfortunately, where we are in this horrific case, trying to figure out exactly what happened and who should be brought to justice. I've been watching video of Mr. Lewis. I've been looking at pictures. That's why he is so real to me. And I could only imagine what they're going through. So I want you guys to first and foremost hit the like button. Please come in, say hello in the chat. Please do comment, like, and share. Again, we want to get this story out. The family is here, like I said, at my invitation, wanting to create some more high profile media buzz and visibility around his case. For some reason, this case is not being picked up the way it should be. But we're going to change that tonight. On the Suzette Speaks show, we like to do stories that you might not see in mainstream media. We like to cover things in a very real way. And like I said, if this happened to you, you want somebody to stand up, speak out on your behalf. So we're going to do some of that today. I must give a formal disclaimer. Although I am an attorney, I'm not acting as this family's attorney at all throughout this show. I also want to be very clear that only as a journalist is this for informational purposes. And of course, we know that everyone is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. So we're going to focus more so on who Mr. Lewis was, who loved him, his dreams, and of course, what happened that fateful night last October. Thank you, Michelle, for being here. This is what we want you guys to put in the chat. This is what we want you guys to use in terms of the hashtag when you share this show. Hashtag justice, the number 4. Tyler Lewis is what we want to make viral, and we can do it. Whether you can share this link on Twitter, on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever you can share it, please do, because we want this young man's name to be well known so that we can hopefully find justice for his family. But before I bring them up, I want to start with where the story began. Of course, there are so many parts of this story, but I'm going to share a few of the headlines just so you guys have some background as to what exactly happened. And of course, his family is here. Like I said, his mom, Roquishia Lewis, and his uncle, Ryan Trollinger, are going to fill in the blanks as best as they can while they're obviously going through this very traumatic moment in time. I'm sure it probably seems surreal because, we just had the holidays and there are so many parts of him, I'm sure, that they missed and reminisced on. But we're going to do our part here tonight on the Suzette Speaks show. Hit the like button, y'all. Please like, please comment, please share. If you're watching on Facebook, welcome. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome. If you're watching on other platforms, thank you so much for watching. Again, Suzette Speaks here. I'm a TV host, an attorney, but not serving as this family's attorney, strictly in a journalistic capacity here tonight. So as you see the headline here, this was taken from the local news station. It says Tyler Lewis was unfortunately stabbed to death on the University of Buffalo campus on October 14th. And really why we're here tonight is because his family wants accountability for whoever was involved and caused this young man's passing. Again, they don't know who, and we're not making any accusations here tonight, but we want to understand more about who he was and where we can help get the word out as much as we can. So for some background purposes, guys, it's coming up on just after 2 months since Tyler Lewis' life was taken again at the University of Buffalo. He's from Long Island and was a sophomore, and we're going to hear a little bit more about his college journey at Buffalo State College. And according to university police, a person of interest in connection with this case happens to be a white male between the ages of 19 and 22. Again, we're going to get more details as far as where we are in this case, but I just wanted to bring you up to speed as to why we're here and who we're talking about. You guys hit the like button. Again, if you could use the hashtag, and I'm going to put it here again. This is an open mic show, but we are going to leave it to the family to kind of humanize Tyler Lewis. I'm just going to put the justice, the number 4, Tyler Lewis, as the hashtag so that you guys can start using it on your social media when you share this and when you share any news article about his story, so that more and more people can learn his name and that the proper attention is paid to this young man. And you can even follow that at Justice for Tyler Lewis on Instagram to get updates about what's going on with the case. So without further ado, I'm going to invite up his mother right now. And again, guys, I am really trying to respect. I know how difficult this must be. And I know, again, nobody wants this to happen to anybody they love. But at this time, they are going to spend just a little bit of time with us and introduce us to Tyler, find out about, again, who he was as a human being, his hopes, his dreams, and then what is happening with this case. So without further ado, please welcome to the Suzette Speaks Show. Y'all hit the like button as you come in. Thank you again for watching. Tyler's mom, Miss Roquishia Lewis, and his uncle Ryan. How are you? Good evening, guys.
Hello.
Hey, Suzette, how are you? Thank you for sharing again.
Peace to you, of course. Thank you so much for being here. This is probably one of the most difficult things you guys are doing over and over again, which is talking about him, which is a good thing. And again, you guys, as you're watching, please like, please comment, and please share. I'm going to give you guys the floor. Just I want to welcome you again and thank you. And if you wanted to do an introduction about who Tyler was or who he is in your hearts, I'm going to give you the opportunity to do that. So welcome again.
All right. Yep, absolutely. So thank you again. This is such a hard time. We're just coming outside of the holidays, and it's been a really, really difficult time to spend Christmas and the New Year's without Tyler because he was the youngest person in our family. He was the one that everyone spoiled. Everybody hit him up to see what he wanted for Christmas. So, um, everybody is just really, really sad. I don't think any of us ever like celebrated or sent out a Christmas post because we're just missing him so bad. I know the day of, I spent the day in bed crying, just wishing that this didn't happen. But to speak to Tyler a little bit, the type of person that anybody would love. Tyler would go out of his way to help you. He would help his grandmother constantly, going to help her in the garden, or if she needed something moved in the house, Tyler would go out of his way to go to church with her, help his grandfather with any kind of things around the house because they're older. Always just a fun-loving person. He had a rich appetite for learning. He wanted to be in real estate. He wanted to be in business. He had a wide range of ambitions at such a young age. I remember he texted me one day. He said, "Uncle Ryan, I think I want to open up a vending machine shop." And I was like, "Yeah, oh yeah. So how are you going to start?" And I would ask him a bunch of questions, and he would tell me all the things that he wanted to do in his life. And it's really hard for us. It's challenging to not see that fulfilled because Tyler was just the kind of person that like I think anybody would love. Obviously, I love him because it's my nephew. But as soon as you come in contact with him, he was like, he had all the nice clothes, so everybody was like, "Oh, Tyler, you so fly." And but after that, like you get to the meat and bones of who Tyler is. He's just an amazing person that we're unfortunately we have to let go, and then we need answers because it's been too long. It's really hard on my sister. Our whole family is just really, really aching around this stuff with the Buffalo police. Um, every day that goes on, it's just you lose more and more. You have less and less confidence in the law enforcement. It's just really hard for us to kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel, especially since they're not giving us a lot of answers. surrounding this. So that's the
Yeah,
best part.
I hear that. And I appreciate again, you guys. I know this must be super difficult. As you know, I'm trying to take a very sensitive and empathetic tone with this because I know if any family member of mine, unfortunately saw these circumstances and you would have to live through it. And it's almost like it probably feels like a dream, but it's real, very real for you all. I'm thankful everybody in the chat. Thank you for sharing and for letting us know you're watching. Thank you. Michelle says justice for Tyler. Say his name, Tyler Lewis. She added, he's more than a hashtag. Absolutely. The family needs an arrest. Absolutely. Thank you, Samantha. We see you. Please share. Please like. Thank you, Miss AKA Lady. She says prayers to the family of this young man. Thank you. Hey, JT. Good to have you. And everyone else who's joining, or if you're watching Team Replay, thank you again. Please like, please comment, and please share. Mom, Miss Roquishia, I am again with the sincerest heart just standing with you as a human being. And I know again I have a role to play here tonight, but just as a human being, it's just unfathomable to think that a 19-year-old that you did everything you could to send to school, do the right thing, and from just the pictures, I'm going to share some pictures, guys, of just his life. It was a beautiful life. He looked like a very fun, interesting, curious, happy, joyful man and boy, as we're going to share about, who he was. And I think, again, all of us share your pain. He is more than a hashtag. And I'm thankful they just hired an attorney. We spoke right before we got on here tonight. And they also have a GoFundMe, y'all. So I will be adding that after. I didn't know that. I'm going to put it in the description so that you guys can support this family, hold this family up, and support their cause and help us get his message out. Again, we don't have an arrest yet, and that is something that is critical. But before we get into that, Ms. Roquishia, again, thank you so much for being here. And I'm going to, again, just fill everyone in if you're just joining. This case didn't make the big headlines, and it probably should have. And I'm going to share some more details with local news as it's been reported about what's going on. And you've been quoted here. Before we get to that, though, I want to talk about who he was as a person. This is a beautiful picture that I saw, and they have a wonderful montage of Tyler. And I see you there. I see him, and I don't know who else kissing you around this birthday cake. This was a man. Who is it?
That's Tyler's father.
His father. Hopes. Let me make it bigger. Hopes, dreams. And just really, again, I agree with you, Kit Kat. Thank you for joining. Says it's our worst nightmare. And so we're going to try to stay strike a positive tone just in terms of his life and celebrate all of the impact that he did have. We'll start with you, Ms. Roquishia. What would you like to share about your son?
Tyler was just a great kid. You know, I can say no wrong about Tyler. He was from a baby. He's just, he was never a touchy kid. You know, he would just ask me, could I touch this, Mom? You know, it was just from birth to sending him off to college.
Curious and like to,
Yeah.
or very cuddly, you mean, in terms of like,
yeah, oh. I never had a problem with Tyler at
wow.
all. Yeah.
And we see him here. These are like good memories.
It was great memories.
I saw that picture. I was like, oh man, he looked like just what a little boy energy would give you.
Yeah.
So when he and this is him as a baby. Thank you for sharing that with us, guys. Again, this family has been very open about wanting to share his life so that people can understand who he really was past the headline. Again, the hashtag we want you to use is Justice for Tyler Lewis, number 4. And again, you can support the family with donation. They have a GoFundMe. So we're going to post that right after. But tell us more about who this young man was. And I'm sure you had your hands full. And again, the family, I'm sure, is just kind of ripped apart with this type of loss. Talk a little bit more about, him growing up and, wanting to go to college.
Yeah. So just to kind of like Tyler was, like I said, he's very ambitious. Like Tyler, I would send Tyler stuff all the time about like Warren Buffett and little articles that I would see. Sometimes he would read them and comment. They used to talk about like Rick Ross. One time he sent him a post and said, before you get like a Lamborghini, make sure you get a duplex. And he sent that to me. So like that kind of stuff, like he was always interested. Like and one time he referred to like the Burr method. I'm like, Tyler, you know what the Burr method is? He was like, yeah. And then when he recited it back to me, I was like, wow, this kid is he's really taking an interest in something, to be passionate about. And you don't hear that from kids like, and this is like 13 and 14 and 15-year old. He's saying stuff like this. So it's it's not likely like you see stuff like that from such a young kid. It's just I remember me and Tyler did so many amazing things. Like when he was a kid, he used to love animals. So he used to love. We went to the Museum of Natural History so many times. He had a pet dragon. He at one time he called me Uncle Snake for whatever reason.
Oh, I see a picture here of you guys together. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely. It
yeah,
looked like that was your road dog.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
He
Wow.
loved
So
to
you guys that
shop.
were very close.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I
Okay.
spend a lot of time with Tyler, like and just pouring into him the things about family, how important it is to spend time with your mom, how important it is to spend time with your nana. I would always be about him, like make sure you text your auntie Tiffany and wish her a happy birthday, because that's the thread of our family. Like we need to keep that thread together, and it was important to me. And like, so I have this text that I that Tyler sent me on my birthday. It's very touching, so I keep it. It says, "Happy birthday, Uncle Ryan. I called you earlier, but you didn't answer, so I'm assuming you were sleeping. But I wanted to let you know how truly grateful I am to have an amazing uncle such as yourself. Ah,
My
that
God.
is that is always willing to go the extra mile to teach me new things, spend time with me. I couldn't ask for a better role model. I hope you enjoy your day, and I can't wait to see you later. I love you." And it just breaks my heart that I won't get another text like that from Tyler. It breaking me up. I'm trying to like hold back my tears, but Tyler was my
It's rough.
road dog. I love Tyler. I miss him every day. Every day I wake up, every time I go to bed, Tyler's on my mind. The tears that I've already shed is just they can't be in vain. We need justice for Tyler.
Absolutely. Thank y'all for watching. I see a lot of the comments and support. Thank you very much. Miss AKA a lady says, well rounded and thank you. This is a beautiful message about who he was. That yes, well rounded indeed. That he was a handsome man, young man. Looked like he had a fun personality. Absolutely. And I want to also point out that he was ambitious. He decided to go to college and it wasn't by mistake. I'm sure you guys pushed him. It looks like he had a very good family values, and it was in a family centered community of people. So you guys saw that he, and yes, beautiful birthday text indeed, Michelle. So he decides to go to school, go to college. Tell us about his goals and deciding to go to school. What did he want to do with his life? What was he hoping to accomplish?
Business was his major, of course.
Business. Okay.
Yes. And he said, well, his first investment was going to be a investment property.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he said,
Okay.
Mom, I'm not going to stay home. I'm not coming back home.
Love that.
I have to stay in this business property for 1 year. So,
Fantastic.
yeah, he had big hopes and dreams, and he had it all mapped out.
Yeah, so very, very ambitious young man. He was already ready to go in and invest in his own property and start say, I don't have to be at home. I'm gonna hustle and make mine. So many beautiful reflections. So it is difficult for me to ask you now about what happened. Again, He is a real person, guys. This is a real family, loved by many, impacted so many people, real dreams, real hopes. So the purpose of our show today is to highlight who he was and to kind of bring more coverage to his case, because we've noticed that not many people are talking about this case, and we want to especially, put it out there. Again, I invite you to Google it. I invite you to follow the uh, Instagram page at Justice the number 4 Tyler Lewis. If you can follow them, if you can retweet, if you can hashtag it, if you can tag your friends, share this video, whatever we can do so that we could get his name in this case more notoriety. That's what tonight is all about. So talk to me about what happened when he, and I love this picture before we get into it. The family, this was when? High
Yeah.
school graduation?
High school graduation. This is his best friend, other Tyler, which attended UB. So
Mm.
Tyler would they took the journey together. So
Tyler and Tyler.
Tyler and Tyler.
Oh my. Oh my.
So Tyler went to Buffalo State, and other Tyler went to UB. So
Oh wow.
they would they took the journey together.
So good company. Hey Chemo, good to see you. Welcome Thomas. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button, please. And greetings again. Somewhat of a very heartfelt show, saddish show, but we want to bring light. We got to talk about him. We want people to get wind of what happened, so that there are arrests made, so that people are held to account. That's what today is about. And I want you guys to hit the like button. We're talking about a young man, 19-year-old sophomore, who unfortunately was cut down. And we're going to get into some of the circumstances. And guys, I know this is going to be difficult to talk about. You just tell me what you feel comfortable with. So he was in his sophomore year studying business.
Yes.
Up in Buffalo. And so what happened that evening, that fateful evening? Can you give us an idea of where he was, or did you speak with him that day?
Didn't speak with Tyler that day. Uh, the news reported that he was stabbed by a white male. Let's just go there. And
So let's put the because some people, what I'll do is I'll kind of bring the story a little bit forward. For those who don't know anything about the story, because what happened to him is really crucial to finding out who did it. So let me just pull this up, Roquishia. Let me just add, it has a quote from you, so it can kind of put the story together for folks. So his mom, who you guys are seeing on your screen, really wants someone held accountable for the death of her only child. And this is a quote that you gave. I believe it was local news. I don't really know what happened. I wasn't there. All I know, it's a phone call stating that Tyler had gotten stabbed. And you also mentioned the concern that you had coming from the campus. And I'm glad I'm going to put this quote out there, because we're not really here to point fingers and looking for someone to blame. And your quote here says, I'm not looking for someone to blame anyone or say they dropped the ball. I don't know. I'm not a police officer or a detective. What I can say perhaps is it needs more coverage, right?
yes.
For now, we kind of take issue with what's going on in terms of no one has been arrested. So that is really what we're looking for. And the final paragraph, guys, you see it for now. Let me actually do this solo. You were concerned with at the University of Buffalo putting out a statement shortly after the crime indicating the campus is safe. And it reminds me of this other case that has been getting a lot of coverage of those young kids that were, unfortunately, their lives were taken, the 4 college students. And that they were saying the same thing. Campus is safe. And you're like, well, how can it be safe if no one was arrested? But I digress. But there's still someone out there that committed this crime. Ryan, could you fill us in on like what happened, or what events transpired that led up to this? Who he was with, or where he was at the time that he was stabbed?
So some of that is
You don't have to say specifics, but just general.
it's I can't to be frank with you, I can't say specifics because we don't have any specifics. You
Okay.
know, there Tyler left his campus in a car, went to another university with a group of kids. I guess under the impression like he was going to a party or some kind of event.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler got into the car, went to the University of Buffalo. Um, Prior to that, there had been some altercation. That part is totally unclear. They said there was an altercation, but they haven't given us any indication of what it was about, who was there, and the people that were involved. They've already retained legal counsel, so it is that's another challenge in this case. Trying to get the answers, um, you know, frankly, it's just hard to move past this. We can't have any closure without knowing any answers, and that's not what we're getting from the authorities or the people that were involved. I can't hear you, Suzette.
Sorry, and thank you again for trying to give us that synopsis. Because I do think it's difficult because you really don't know specifically what happened. That's what we're trying to get to the bottom of, you guys. And within the university community, within the police department, there has to be somebody, hopefully, that's responsible for getting those answers, for helping this family gain closure, for helping bring somebody to justice, piecing this puzzle together. That's what is kind of really difficult, as far as a pill to swallow, because I'm even asking you what happened, and everybody's like, I don't really know. Like, it's kind of cryptic. I know from just other reports that I've watched, a discussion about Tyler. And again, guys, we don't know, but the facts are kind of murky around him going to a house party of some sort with a group, or them meeting him there. I'm not quite sure. And that an altercation of some sort took place. That was the kind of prevailing facts that are out there right now. Again,
Mhm.
who did what started it, or was there even this, altercation can mean so many different things. So what actually took place is still a mystery, unfortunately, to this family, y'all, which is a very big problem. They don't have answers. So being in the dark is definitely not what we want in terms of trying to piece together. If this was another, individual, maybe there'd be quicker movement. We're not going to say, unfortunately, that the police are not doing their job, but we want them to do as much as they can and push them as hard as they can, to be figuring out what happened. So, as you said, there was a or excuse me, as was reported in the news, there was a suspect that has been named. We won't, or a person of interest, I should say, between 19. Let me put it back up and not put words out there that's not accurate. Let me make
He
sure.
wasn't named. It was a white male with lots
Oh,
of.
thank you for correcting me. So, a white male, and the age range was given, person of interest,
Mhm.
right? Let me just put that. According to university police, a person of interest in connection with the case is a white male between 19 and 22. So no arrests have been made, not even a suspect, just a person of interest at this time. Is
No,
really why I think this is kind of even harder to stomach, because no one really knows, and there's no one, being held to account. And so, what are the police telling you as far as the investigation?
it'll be 90 days this weekend, and no cameras, no witnesses, no sketches. I mean, it's odd. It's extremely odd that at this day and age that they can't put out a sketch or give us anything about this person of interest.
Yeah, I'm befuddled just as you are. Thank you, Patricia. Sending prayers to the Lewis family. Justice for Tyler. Y'all see the hashtag? Please use it. Yes, Kit Kat. This family does deserve answers. That's why we are here trying to understand what they know, but more importantly, what can be done. So I know, when I met you, Ryan, it was when I was on the Roland Martin show. You came on a couple weeks back again talking about this case, so we can get this word out. And you've since obtained an attorney. What has changed since that last interview? Has there been any change at all in terms of uh, the university uh, putting anything together or the student body reacting in any way or anything like that?
So yeah, around the time that we get spoke, it was around the holidays. So around that time, a lot of people they go. Well, I'm assuming they go radio silent, and then there was this major snowstorm where it was just frantic, where people couldn't get out of the house and stuff. So there was that whole ordeal, and now we're at a spot where we're past the new year. We're hoping for justice for Tyler in 23. That's what we're going for. So it's not a whole lot of progress that has been made since the last time I spoke to you, unfortunately. Um, but we're looking to get more and more attention, and just like you brought to light, just having us on here to talk about Tyler and his case, because the other thing that is, it's not even known within Buffalo, which is really, really surprising, like that this happened on a campus at the University of Buffalo, and people in Buffalo, they don't even know this happened. So it's, we don't live in Buffalo. We live, 8 hours away in Long Island. So some of the efforts that we're trying to do is just going to do some rallying to make sure people are aware of what happened to Tyler. Obviously, you said that we've retained an attorney. So we're really just starting to kind of march forward to kind of make sure that people understand that Tyler's life did not have to go in vain. We need Tyler. We need more attention on Tyler's name. So I implore all of your viewers to please share this video. Go on to the social media sites. If you can share, if you can donate to the GoFundMe, those funds are primarily going to be going to the legal, to the legal respects for Tyler's case. But these are the main things that we're trying to achieve to kind of get justice for Tyler.
So, what are the next steps? I'm grateful that you have had, again, this was in Buffalo. And like you said, there was like a superstorm that just happened in Buffalo. So, there was this whole kind of slowing down of the process, I'm sure. But as we know, in these type of cases, the more time that passes, more evidence is lost. More people change up, people leave town. All of a sudden, stories are aligned and things like this. So we really would like to see some sort of, police response that is a little bit more than just a person of interest. Now, will you guys? I know you have an attorney now. What is the blueprint? And we talked a little bit about it. What are some of the ways in which you're hoping to galvanize even the Buffalo community, or where you guys are? You are in Long Island, is that right?
Yes.
Correct. Yep.
So, what are some of the plans you guys have when it comes to trying to gain more attention on the ground locally?
Protest, press conferences, whatever we have to do at this point, we're going to do. The police have basically faked us out as far as, we've never been through this before. And now they're not talking, they haven't said anything, and we're sick of it.
Yeah.
This is disgraceful at this point.
Guys, yeah, we're here to bring awareness. Thank you, Jonathan. Wants justice for the family. This is a question, and thank you. If you have any questions for the family, guys, this is the time to ask. Kit Kat asked, "How does this happen on a college campus?" So was the party at a college, on the actual college campus?
We don't know. The police department is on the college campus. No one's talking. The University of Buffalo released a statement almost immediately stating that their campus is safe. But how is their campus safe when they didn't find the killer?
Mm-hmm. And this is the year 2023. Everybody's got a smartphone. You would think there would be cameras on campus. Like,
that's so crazy.
How is that? I don't even understand that. Like, that's unfathomable. Like, it's I don't know. I don't know what to think of that.
So, and then now that you have an attorney, what are your hopes for the attorney's role and how hopefully kind of holding press conferences and things of the like? Miss AKA Lady, I see you. We're going to pin the GoFundMe. I'm going to look on my phone and try to put it in this chat right now. But tell us about your attorney, would you please, or how people can get in contact with the family if there are things and ways they want to contribute. And guys, I'll try to put the GoFundMe. If I don't put it in before the end of the show, I'll make sure to put it in the description.
And the other way is you can So there is, I did add the link tree in the comments, but there you'll see Justice for Tyler Facebook page. You can go to Instagram and go to Justice, the number four, Tyler Lewis, uh, his Instagram page. You'll see the link tree there. We also have Tyler, Justice for Tyler L on Twitter. So we're kind of leveraging the platforms on social media to kind of get more of the word out. This is not something that I do on a day to day, so I'm just learning as we go. But any help is appreciated to just get more and more attention to Tyler. So as some of your viewers have said, just saying his name, sharing, a like. Also, if you can contribute, we really appreciate adding to the GoFundMe because it's a trying time and we're all just trying to make sense of it all.
Them investigators,
Yeah,
independent investigators, because they're not telling us anything. It's
that's crazy.
yeah.
And I just dropped the link tree, guys. I was able to put it in the chat there. So if you click on that link tree, it takes you to their Facebook page. It takes you to the GoFundMe page, and anywhere else. And I know you never know who watches these shows. YouTube is an amazing platform for connecting. So if you are on the ground in New York, or if you can offer any other help when it comes to any other support organizations who help with, civil rights or anything like that, or if you have family or someone that you know in and around the Buffalo area or even anywhere in New York, please reach out to them. You can DM them on Instagram. That's how I had communicated as well. Or you can, again, use that hashtag and just help bring awareness, put it on your page, put it in your stories. Find a way to share it with your community, share this stream, if you will, so that we can get his name out there and that the police get more, what should I say, anxious in the way that will allow them to say something. There's no way anybody should have lost their son in this way and can't even determine what exactly happened or get the real, facts about, what took place. Are there other students that have come forward or any of that? Are we aware of other witnesses or things like this? No one else has come forward?
Right. I mean, where are the witnesses? Where are the street cameras? I find it so hard to believe that there's no one around.
That is crazy.
No one saw anything.
That is
Why aren't
crazy.
his friends coming through? I mean, can't they? Can someone please just tell me what happened?
That again, it is a heartbreaking component of Tyler's story, because this reminds me of the Shanquella Robinson story, honestly, when it's like all these people were there but nobody knew what happened, or no one said, or came up with these kind of cockamamie stories, trying to save themselves. And I will point out, you guys, that some of the people who were in attendance of said party have lawyered up. Let's just put it out there. So when you see moves like that, just putting my attorney hat on for a quick second, for informational purposes, I can't draw any conclusions definitively, but folks don't not talk to the police and get an attorney right away if nothing didn't happen. So there's some movement there, and that means something in fact, this young man lost his life some type of way, and we're not trying to again debate how that happened. We just want to get answers so that whoever is responsible is brought to justice. That's the firm intent tonight as we discuss Tyler Lewis. Y'all hit the like button. Please like, please comment, please share. If you're watching Team Replay, please go to the link tree. If you're watching live, again, you know what to do. The hashtag has been shared, and you can follow. And let me put up the Instagram page. You can follow what's going on. Please, please, at people and tag people when it comes to his name. Also, at Justice for Tyler Lewis on Instagram, you can get the latest information about what's going on with him. Again, you see what I titled the show, We Need Answers. There's no way this is almost on 90 days and they don't even know, who was there or what are possible circumstances in terms of what happened. And that's all they want. They need to know what happened to their son and their nephew. It is not, something that is just, outlandish. Someone did something. Someone saw something. And if you were there at that party, go to the police, make a statement, let people know what you saw. It is that critical because as time passes, cases get more and more difficult to solve. So if you saw something, or if you're in and around that area and you know the streets know, the rumor mill always knows, and you're involved, or at least you saw someone who might be involved, be the bigger person, make a statement, and let this family get the closure and the peace that they really deserve. It is not, this is a real person, is really what I wanted to get across today. This is not just a hashtag. This is a real human being who was loved, who cared about others, and others cared about him deeply. So as we talk about him, we have a few more minutes, guys, and I know, again, this is a difficult time for you guys. The roadmap is still very murky. The timeline is still very murky, and the family is just wanting the authorities to come forward and help fill in the blanks, and hopefully we'll find who is responsible. That's the key. If it wasn't, self-defense, people, and I don't want to get into some of the legal theories because I've been reading some things about what people want to say. So I want to give you guys an opportunity as we kind of wrap. Are there other things that you want people to know about Tyler? Again, he was a definitely loving, caring, well-rounded young man, and had, great promise. As I looked at so many, they shared over 100 pictures with me, guys. His personality was definitely one that you wanted to be in his presence. You wanted to be around him. Was he gifted as a child? Were there parts of him singing, dancing, things that he really enjoyed doing for fun?
He's a funny kid. He had a great
This jokester?
Fashion. Oh man, he was a Burberry
A
kid.
fashionista.
Yeah.
You can see.
Funny. Yeah.
No, I see him. Very handsome picture here.
Thank you.
When is this picture from?
His high school graduation.
Wow. Very handsome young man. Senior pictures.
See.
Definitely so much more we can say, guys. But again, I want to give them the opportunity in the floor to just let people know what they need and where they can get in contact with the family to help. Again, you can contribute, or you can help at least on social media, y'all. Hit a hashtag and share something. Grab a screenshot and share something so that we can get his name circulating, just like some of these other people, unfortunately, who have dealt with a loss, a devastating loss of a family member, like the Lewises have. So I'm going to let them, if you would like to share anything else at this time, let me open. Actually, I don't know if I want to drop the link. I'll invite people if they have questions. If you have questions, just put them in the chat. Last call for any questions, so that in case they don't know, maybe their attorney can come back on a later time. And we just want to keep his name out there, y'all. There's just too much that's in the dark right now for this family, and it's not how the American justice system should work. And again, we want the police on our side. We want them to do their jobs, but something ain't right, and we just are asking for those who are involved to cooperate so that we can get to the bottom of this, right? And get some closure. Is there anything else you guys want to share about Tyler?
Please just share, join the Instagram, join the Twitter, join the Facebook, share, like all the things. We're trying to get more and more attention. I would love to get more national attention to Tyler's fate. Just if just a like or a share, anything like that is going to help us kind of push this story forward. I love a contribution to the GoFundMe, but even if you could just like and share the page, that just gets Tyler's name out there. Like I said, this is not even known in Buffalo, but it should be way outside of that. This is America's child. This is not just any old Black child that wasn't doing. He was doing so much for himself. Like, he was progressing in life, and that's what you want to see out of our young kids today. And like, to have his life taken so short and not have any answers is just it's just so hard for us to just move forward. So I appreciate you again, Suzette, to kind of
Absolutely.
help.
I'm
Um, it's just that's all I can ask for right now until we make the next steps. And
absolutely. And
We
if I
just
may, before you make your comments, let me just read a few of the feedback in the chat because people are showing love. Thank y'all. Thank you, Sam, for being here. Please like, please share. Thank you so much, Sherry. Sherry says, Justice for Tyler Lewis, sending prayers to the family. Thank you, Suzette, of course. Thank you. Kay says, Justice for my baby boy. Not fair at all. Miss AKA Lady, thank you. She added, I know donations won't fix anything, but I'll definitely send a donation to help the fight. Hope you feel the support. They will, darling. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. And everyone else who chooses to donate, thank you so much. I saw this and I just want to read this. Gatina Hodnett.
yeah,
I am Tyler's grandmother. Tyler was my only grandson. I'm shattered. This is disgraceful. Tyler was the best grandson ever. Praying for strength for the family. Thank you so much. Wow. Who's is this your mom?
yes.
Wow. Wow.
yeah, you had shared a picture of her and Tyler.
Oh, that was her with him.
Mhm.
This one here. Okay. This one
Yeah.
here was with grandma.
Mhm.
Mhm.
My goodness. I'm so sorry, Miss Hodnett. We love you. We're sending love and light and praying for peace in this crazy time. And then hopefully we will get some action. I know there's going to be some PR through your attorney, and hopefully, again, whether it be rallies, whether it be press conferences, somebody who knows something will come forward. The police will move a lot more, hopefully, swiftly, so that these family members get answers. I can only imagine. Prayers to you, Miss Gettina. Again, I'm so sorry. um, I'm so sorry. Yes, we need the Buffalo police to make some moves and push a little harder. There's so many questions. Too many questions for something like this to happen. And for a family to be like, well, I don't know where and I don't know who was there and I don't know who all. No, no.
Mhm.
And again, if there's students on the campus who want to help and rally, let's go. Black Student Union, student government, whoever you are. He was a part of the student body there. So we hope there is going to be a better response in the next coming days and even weeks. Yes, please get the word out. Miss Hodnett, thank you. She adds, Tyler was well loved. This should not have happened to him. Justice will prevail. That is our hope coming from his grandma, y'all, who you see pictured there with him. Wow. Yeah, grandma's baby for sure. So I will give you the last word, Miss Rakisha, as we wind down. I appreciate y'all coming on. I appreciate y'all sharing your story. There's no more difficult thing than to bury a child. And again, no one should have to do it, y'all. No one should have this happen and not know what happened. A brilliant young man with lots of promise, loved, cherished, funny, loving, and sensitive. Sounds like different aspects of his personality that we want to always put out there because sometimes, again, the hashtags don't do it justice. Is a real person behind the headline. So, again, follow on Instagram at Justice for Tyler Lewis. And hopefully, this family get some answers really soon. And I know your attorney now that you've hired one. Y'all go help with the GoFundMe. Will help push and get answers because this is not acceptable just to be sitting up there like, no. Where would you like to leave us, Miss Rakisha? The floor is yours, ma'am.
I need justice for my son. I need answers. Um, please, if anyone knows anything, just um, contact us. Let us know. Um, Contact a lawyer. I believe the police do know who it is, and they're just Not saying.
They got
So
to do with their job, though. That's what we're gonna hold them. We're gonna hold them to
please,
account, y'all.
we have
So
to apply pressure to the DA, the assistant DA. It's not fair. It's not fair. And they can't get along. They can't get away with this. You know.
we will keep his name. We will keep his name in these headlines. We will say his name. And again,
Mhm.
if you guys want to do any type of follow up, like I said, I'm glad you guys have secured an attorney now, because I know
Yeah.
sometimes when it's just family members speaking and trying to coordinate and trying to get, life happening while you're working, while you're doing all that to stay
Yeah.
on top of things. So I'm really glad that you guys have a central person now that
Right.
can reach out to the media, reach out to police, reach out to hopefully local organizations to help you get the answers.
Mhm.
Somebody knows something. Come forward. If you were at this party or purportedly know maybe some kind of rumor, that's also very important. Don't sit on that. Take that to police, and then hopefully the police do the right thing and push to resolve this case. That's what we want. What happened? We need to know, and
Right.
we want justice. Go ahead, ma'am.
They said that all the boys that were with Tyler that drove them there lawyered up, and they can't speak to them because they lawyered up, which is just disgraceful.
So
Not
now we might have to get some subpoena. It's something gonna have to happen. And again, I
yeah,
can't give you legal advice. I'm like, yeah,
yeah,
there are
it doesn't make
ways, there are
sense.
legal mechanisms. The police might can't speak to them, but we will have to.
How do you how do you do that? How do you lawyer up and can't even speak to them?
What you
What
have
right?
to do is look at other evidence. And again, I'm not licensed in New York, not offering anything but information at this point. But police are supposed to do the job of collecting evidence, and then prosecutors are supposed to look at the evidence and see where there's a possibility for any type of uh, crime or something against the law having occurred. So if there's a roadblock there, your attorney will know mechanisms. And again, we're not trying to defame or anything like that, but there's just no way. No, again, it reminds me of the Iowa case, the recent killings of the 4 students back there, where they were trying to track somebody down, but they didn't want to say too much sometimes to scare them. So I kind of get that part too. Sometimes you have to lay low and not put too much in the media so people don't know what you know. So that can be difficult, because I remember, those families also were like, what is going on in those deaths. So there are a couple ways I'm looking at this, and I'll probably reach out to your attorney. And I know you guys will exchange contact information there. So there are a
Mhm.
couple ways you got to look at this. And again, it's not something that not knowing any of the evidence, obviously we can't comment on. We're really speculating. But the point is, they need to keep you in the loop, and they need to tell you something.
And it didn't
And
take 3 months.
yeah, that's
Yeah, I
crazy.
will. Yeah, it took 7 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it was.
Iowa took 7 weeks. Yes, you're right. Yes, you're
Yeah.
right. So something got to be said. Some kind of public pressure hopefully will add to
Mhm.
their determination, their ability to get information to you all. And hopefully, thank you so much, RM, my moderator with the GoFundMe. That's most important, you guys. There's a link tree in the chat. I'm going to put it in the description as well, whether you're watching on Facebook or if you're watching on other platforms, YouTube. Speakers, my people, anybody watching in New York or the surrounding areas, let's show some love and support this family going through this devastating loss. And hopefully, like I said, with their attorney, they can get some answers. That's
One
the
more,
most important thing.
I'm sorry, one more thing I wanted to say.
Sure, sure.
It's it's just this. It's the University of Buffalo Police on the campus police, and my concern is, when's the last time they ever? This is a murder. This is not, someone running a robbery or something. This is an actual murder. The FBI is not involved like the Idaho murders, and I'm not taking it, but I think more law enforcement should be called in for this. This is this is a murder.
Yeah, yeah,
So this is the whole thing. Maybe they're not equipped to do this. Maybe that's the case. Maybe
absolutely.
that's the holdup.
And like I said, the full, what should I say, force of law enforcement agencies, and that's where your attorney will come in. I'm treading really lightly on not trying to get anybody's, what should I say, trying not to defame, but still encourage. But yes, your attorney, just like anywhere, you have your state police, you have your feds.
Yeah.
So whether they are, just not equipped to deal with this, or if there needs to be other layers, other agencies involved, I'm sure, hopefully, your attorney will help y'all get to the bottom of that and offer assistance with hopefully getting whoever needs to be involved. But that is a very valid point. And like I said, without knowing too much about the case, I have to be very careful as well. But good point in terms of adding to the resources that are yeah, that are looking at this case. Yes, final comments, y'all. This is interesting. We don't know, Michelle, about blood sample, blood work, DNA samples. I hear you. Those are things that I think should have been taken before people lawyered, but I don't know. The attorney will have to get to some of those answers and request to maybe subpoena some of this stuff and see if a judge will get to it, allow him to get to it. Yes, I agree with you, Thomas. It was 2022. How are there no cameras? Great observation. We just don't know. And if it was, again, with the time being what it is, we need to get people, you know, fingerprinted, camera footage, hopefully obtained before things happen to this evidence so that we can get a clear picture and a truthful, honest picture of what actually took place. Again, to the family, my sincerest condolences. Thank you for the, kind of soldiering through this probably very surreal last 90 days. I know it's not easy. This is something that no one ever really could imagine would happen to them. A bright star like Tyler, young man with a bright future, loved by so many. Guys, we owe it to them to support and hopefully advocate as much as we can in whatever way. All those watching, any way that you can help support, bring notoriety, bring higher visibility to his case. That's what we want so that they can get justice. But guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much, everybody who's watching. Hit the like button before you go. Visit their GoFundMe, visit their Instagram page, use the hashtag again, justice, the number 4, Tyler Lewis. The link tree will be in the description as well, has been dropped in this chat if you're watching team replay. And again, please like and please comment and please share. I'm going to let you guys go this evening. Thank you so much. Roquishia Lewis, mother of Tyler Lewis.
Love you so much for doing this for us. We really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Anything I could do, I'm here for y'all. And I appreciate your time tonight. All right, we'll talk very soon. Y'all have a great night. I'm going to drop you in the back. All right, thank you again. And love to all of you again, guys. Tough stories like this are not always easy to cover. And I'm, for myself, an empath. And I can only imagine a mother and a mother's love and everything that she and the family, grandma, everybody's going through. But I know what we can do as a community. I know how we can galvanize movements, Twitter, Insta, social media in general. So if you would do your part, guys, take a screenshot, highlight a story, read an article, or share it and comment, right? Share it, use the hashtag, tag people that are in law enforcement, influencers, people who are, in civic or social justice organizations. Whatever you can do, this family really needs us because, like I said, there's no way this long and this stuff, we don't want this to become a cold case. That would be unacceptable. We need answers, even the most basic answers. So yeah, just because people have lawyers don't mean they don't have to talk. They don't have to talk to police. And they can assert Fifth Amendment rights. But the evidence, there has to be some witnesses. There's so much going in my mind, but no one has any answers so far. But we're going to stay on top of this story, guys. Thank you. And you guys make sure you use the hashtag as you share this video, like and comment so more people can see it in the algorithm. We're going to stay on top of this. And again, hit the like button before you leave. Love and peace to the Lewis family, all of those who knew Tyler and loved him. Of course, again, nothing like this should ever happen to any American family, but we know, unfortunately, it's a reality. So go to the GoFundMe, y'all. The GoFundMe is in the description. Please go support in some kind of way. Just don't sit on the sidelines. Thank you again to the family for joining me. And thank you all for watching. I'll be live tomorrow. I'll be talking about what's going on, what's really going on in Haiti. I have an expert from the Haitian American Chamber of Commerce talking about the Haitian diaspora. Y'all know I'm in Miami, looking at what's really happening, right, in terms of Haitian policy. The White House, President Biden has just changed the policy towards 3 different groups in terms of immigration. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Got some more fire shows for y'all. Appreciate your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you for watching. Appreciate your support in any way. Have a great night, and make sure you hit the like and subscribe button on this channel, and I'll see you soon. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Have a great evening.